Welcome back, everyone. It is the last day of January, so have you stuck with your New Year's resolutions? It is hard to stay on track the first few weeks of the year for many people, but there are ways to create more motivation and stay accountable to the goals long term. For more on that, our 9 News wellness expert, psychotherapist Heather Hans, joins us once again this morning. Heather, good morning.
Good morning, Gary. Nice to see you.
Good to see you too. So what are the secrets to staying motivated?
Yeah, well, there is actually a big misconception about motivation, which is that people think they need to feel it before taking action, but it actually comes after we take action. And that's really important for people with depression to know. Inspiration is that effortless, spontaneous influence that makes people want to take action in the first place, but motivation is self-imposed, it's short-term, and we really have to deliberately work at it. So people should expect obstacles and just visualize overcoming them.
And so what are some of the ways people can motivate themselves?
Yeah, so the first thing I suggest is to make sure that the goal is challenging yet doable, because peak motivation happens when the goal is not too difficult so that you don't get overwhelmed, but also not too easy so that you don't get bored. So you want to strive to be on the edge of your capabilities where you're challenged yet confident. And you want to focus so heavily on the task that the rest of the world fades away, and schedule time every day to get that focused on it. Another thing that motivates people is to get immediate feedback every step of the way, because researchers have found that that keeps people motivated. And the feedback can come from people like friends or family or supervisors. And in fact, there are studies showing that most employees wish they had more feedback, particularly from their colleagues. But most of the feedback needs to come from the activity itself. So if someone has an exercise goal of 30 minutes a day, the feedback would be when the timer goes off. Or if you have a goal to increase your confidence, feedback could come from asserting yourself in a situation where you wouldn't have in the past. One other tip is to ask yourself what the future holds if the goal is achieved. What will it mean for you personally? Who else will be impacted, and how? What will happen once this goal is achieved? Because thinking of possible futures and future selves helps keep people motivated. So let's say someone has a goal to eat more fresh food or drink less alcohol. You could imagine yourself feeling good in your body, having more energy, and being in a better mood for your family. So these are 3 tips that should help people stay motivated.
And all good advice for sure. So I hate to ask, but what if you try those types of things and you're still not motivated? Do you just give up, or is there something else to do?
That definitely will happen with some people. And the first thing I would suggest is to make sure that the goal is interesting, because we have to have some type of emotional connection to the goal in order for it to stick. But also, the change process has 2 steps before taking action, which is contemplation and preparation. So it may just be that someone's not ready to take action yet, and that's okay. Good preparation is really what leads to a solid, successful result.
Heather Hans, as always, good advice. Thank you much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much. Have a great week.
Okay, you too.